Okay, folks, let's look at it this way. There's only so much room to sleep in this world. And that means that there's a play against land resources. So what do? How do we increase our food production while also making available places to live? Well, we can increase food production the same way we increase our living space, by growing it vertically. See, all of our food production is horizontal to the ground. We don't stack our food resource making capability one right on top of the other. Some people in some greenhouses have perfected the ability to have 2 or 3 levels of foods or plants like roses and stuff like that, or piment, whatever they call them things. But just think about it. There are lights that are available out there that you can power a device that will shine just as much electromagnetic force on a rice leaf or a tomato leaf or whatever the kind of vegetable you're using that can provide it the same amount of nutrients and energy as the sun's rays can. And you can space these a mere 3 foot tall vertically. Every 4 foot, 3 foot in between it and the lamps, and then a foot for it to grow in where it has to have some sort of soil and water mixture. Think about that. Every 3 foot. That means in one story, which is roughly about 9 to 10 foot tall, of which 6 foot's usable space, you can put 2 of these, one on top of the other. In a 200 square foot facility, if you did it all in rice like that, it would literally have 16 million square feet of growing capacity. Think how much rice or how many tomatoes you can grow, or okras or whatever else you want to grow. And then consider the simple fact. You could do this year round. Not just during growing season. When you're in a greenhouse, you can make the growing season anytime you want it. All you have to do is set your climate control system, which modern day computers allow us to do that. You can fluctuate the temperatures and stuff so the seeds will grow and so forth and so on. You can control the water intake. You can control the amount of sunlight it absorbs. You can control the amount of fertilizer it gets. Hey, think about it. Biosphere 2 is what I'll use as a reference. They had a few problems with it, but it was an experiment to see if they could make one that was completely airtight. We don't have to do that on the Earth. We might have to do that on Mars, but on the Earth, we don't have to do that. So that 8% loss of atmosphere in 2 years doesn't mean anything to us on the Earth, because we have atmosphere all around us. So even with, just imagine you're going to be trucking in fertilizer and water and all this other stuff anyway. So what in the world is 8% going to make a difference in? But all that extra food, millions of square feet, just in a 20-story, 200 square foot per story building, you have the equivalent of 16 million square feet of surface area to grow foods in. Think about that if that was horizontal rather than vertical. Think about it. Thomas Wills out here. Have a good one.